welcome to this week's equipment class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circle or cushion, a looped band, 2 light weights or water bottles, and then a foam roller or a small ball. So we'll get started off on our hands and knees, kind of just with the same warm-up as normal. So knees directly under the hips, hands directly under the shoulders. Starting off by dropping your rib cage down, arching your back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. And then last one, dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up. And last one, rounding out the spine all the way, looking down between the knees. Then we'll come to a neutral flat back position. If you want to make this harder, grab a weight in your left hand. So we'll straighten out the right leg behind and then left arm in front. So holding onto a light weight if you want to make it harder. And then small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Left leg behind, right arm up in front. And then small circles once you have your balance. Again, holding that weight in the right hand. And lower down. Then we'll grab that weight again in the left hand, and then we're going to reach the left hand down towards the right hip. And then twisting open. This is called thread the needle. Really good for thoracic mobility. So the mobility of your mid-back opening up. Good, we'll do 3 more. Rotating around, good, 2 more. And last one. Good, switching over. Again, the weight is optional here, so if you don't have a weight, that's all right. So we're gonna start off with the weight in the right hand now. So threading that through down to your left hip, getting a nice stretch behind the shoulder blade, twisting open. You might hear a few little cracks in the mid-back, that's okay. It's basically just the joints releasing out gas. That builds up. Good, we have 3 more. Good, 2 more. And last one. Perfect, and then we'll put the weight to the side for now. Then we'll shift all our weight to the right side. Straighten out the left leg and the left arm. Once you have your balance here, small circles. And lower down, shifting the weight to the left. Right leg, right arm. Again, keeping the hips parallel. Need to say it to remind myself as well. Once you have your balance, again, small circles here. And then lower down. If you want to make the next few harder, grab your roller and just place it next to your mat here, just along the mat, so it's underneath your shoulders. So if you get really sore wrists with extension, so that's this motion going back, if that's painful, you might be better off either doing it just on the mat or bringing your roller a little bit in front. Otherwise, try to bring your roller right under your shoulders, dig your toes in, pinch your shoulders back, lift the knees up, and we'll hold this for 10 seconds. So if this is sore in your wrists, maybe firstly try to bring the arms a little bit in front. And then if it's too sore, just bring your wrists down onto the mat. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Next up, we're gonna lift the knees up, and then we're gonna lift each foot up, alternating each foot. So pinch your shoulders back, lift the knees up, lift up the right foot and the left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. Rest the knees down, bring the knees apart nice and wide, sit back onto the heels, and then bring the roller just in front to get some extra shoulder flexion here. So bring your forehead down towards the mat. You should feel like a nice stretch into the shoulders. And then lift the hips up slightly, and then lean again, and you'll get even more of a shoulder stretch here, and you'll feel a stretch down into the lats, just on the side of the rib cage here. Perfect, and then we'll come onto our backs, move the roller out of the way for now. And we'll just start off with some toe taps, just to warm up the core. So starting off, imprinting the spine, bring the legs into tabletop. Tap the right foot down and then the left. So alternating each side, shoulders are relaxed. Nice gentle taps. Good. Gradually tapping further away, keeping the spine imprinted. And then squeezing the legs together, tapping both feet down, keeping the spine imprinted here. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So then we'll put the feet down, and then we'll grab the band, place the feet through the band, bring it up to above the knees, 2 feet onto the roller, and then starting with the arms down by your side, we'll just bring the knees apart and back together. Good. Apart and together, apart, together, apart, together, apart, together, apart, together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keep tension in the band. Imprint lifting up and lower down. Imprint and lift and lower. 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 Good. Lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower and lower. Good. 4 more. 3. Keep tension in the band. 2 and 1. Good. And then we'll bring the elbows on the mat, and then keeping the band above the knees. If you don't have a roller, you could just bring the feet down onto the mat if you don't have a roller. Otherwise, do try to put your feet onto a roller or onto a small ball that's slightly deflated, like a football. And then elbows on the mat, keeping tension in the band. Imprint and lift and lower down. Imprint and lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Make sure you're getting all the way up. Good, but don't overextend. You don't want to arch your back. You just want to come to you in a nice straight line and lower down. Good. 2 more. Last one. Keep the hips up, right knee out to the side, left knee. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left, and lower down. Next up, we're going to cross the arms across the chest. Again, the easier version, if you just go back down to the hands by your side, the elbows down or the arms down. That's an option if you want to make it easier. So arms across the chest, keeping tension in the band. Imprint, lifting up and lower. Good. Imprint and lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Keep the hips up. Bring the knees apart together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Resting the hips down. Good. Now for a change, we're just going to come onto our side and do a few exercises with the band just for something a little bit different. So keep the band just above your knees, and then we're just going to come directly onto our side, starting off, resting all the way down. So keeping the ankles together, we're going to bring the knees apart and together. So really important here that your hips stay parallel to the wall. So you don't want to be laying back like this, because then you're using your hip flexors and you don't want to be rolling forward like that. So hips nice and straight, knees apart, and together. I like to just put my hand on my hip here, just to make sure that I'm not rolling back. You should feel this all on the side of the glute here. Good, 3 more, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna lift the ankles up, pull apart and together for 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully you're really starting to feel this. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're gonna do 1 more here, and now it's the hardest version. So if you want to do this without the band, that's okay as well. That's another option for you. Now we're gonna lift the lift the hips up onto the elbow, and then we're gonna bring the knees apart and together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, hopefully you're feeling that just on the outside of the bum muscle there. So now we're gonna get the other side. So switching over. So starting off nice and easy with the first option. So coming all the way down. So this is the easiest one to just start. So apart and together. Good. So really make sure you're doing this correctly. So don't worry about how wide your knees are getting. Worry more about your hip position here, because you want to make sure you're using the right muscles for this. So you really should just be feeling this all around this outer part here of the bum. So we're targeting your gluteus medius muscle. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Ankles up. This is the intermediate version, if you will. Good. 2, 3, 4. And you might have one strong side and one weak side. So one side might feel a lot harder than the other side. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, I'm really feeling that. And last one here. So we're gonna bend the knees. Bring that, if you're having shoulder pain, that's okay. Just stay down on your side if you're finding this uncomfortable. Or you can try to bring the elbow a little bit closer in. Usually when it's out like this, it can really pinch the tendons and irritate it. So do make sure that your shoulder and elbow are in a straight line rather than coming out like this. So either option 1 is to have the elbow a bit closer to you and lift up. And if it's sore to lift up, just stay like this. So don't worry about lifting the hips up. Lifting the hips up is just a bit harder. So if you're able to, we'll do the next one with the hips up. So you're gonna be in a nice straight line here. So knees apart and together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And then we'll come back onto our backs and we'll take the band off. Hopefully you really felt that. Good, so band to the side, and then we're gonna grab the circle. And we'll start off with a nice easy one. So knees are bent, circle just above the knees. So we worked our outer glute muscles, now we wanna work our inner thigh muscles. So we're just squeezing nice and tight and relaxing. So shoulders are relaxed here, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep the circle squeeze. Cross the arms across the chest if you want to make it harder. Imprint and lift. So really get that imprint before you lift. Keep the circle squeezed. Imprint and lift. And lower. Imprint and lift. And lower. Lift and lower. If you have your weights handy, bring them next to you for the next one. Otherwise, don't use any weights. Good. 3 more. 2. And 1. Grabbing weights, lifting them straight up. Bring the knees apart, together, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the circle squeezed. Bring the weights down towards the mat. And then back behind you. Down and back. Keep squeezing the circle. Keep the hips up. Squeezing the glutes. Again, if this is painful, if you're having any shoulder pain, just either firstly try with no weights, and then secondly, don't go overhead. So just come to here and back down. Just to here. Good. Because as you go higher, the tendons are more likely to pinch if they're inflamed. So we have 3 more. Try to keep the hips up. 2 more. And last one. Good. And resting down. Perfect. So grab the circle for a second. Put the weights just to the side for now. Imprint, legs to tabletop, circle just above the knees. Squeeze the circle nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the circle squeezed. Reach the arms back, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, balancing here. Slowly rolling down. Good. Keep the circle squeezed, rolling up. Back is nice and straight and rolling down. Good. Reaching forward. Keep that circle squeezed, shoulders pinched back. Rolling up and down. Good. Rolling up. And down 2 more. Last one, rolling up. Squeeze the circle, relax. Squeeze, relax for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Grab the circle, resting back. Give yourself a quick break. Then we'll move on to a few more things with the circle or cushion, whichever you have. And we'll start off with the knees bent. Straighten up that right leg. Keep the left leg as still as possible. Squeeze the circle and drop the leg out to the side. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure the hips don't lift. 9 and 10. Bend the right leg. Straighten up the left leg. Squeeze nice and tight and drop the leg out to the side. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Bend the left leg. Grab the circle. Imprint. Legs to tabletop. Circle above the knees. Arms down by your side. Chin to the chest, rolling forward. Start to beat the arms for in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Resting the head back. Grab the circle. And then imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. Circle just between the ankles. Keeping the legs in tabletop. Squeeze the circle nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten the legs up. Squeeze and relax. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Grab the circle. Put the circle to the side. And then grab a light weight in each hand if you want to make the next few harder. We're just going to do a couple for the lower abdominals. So if you don't want to use weights, that's fine. So imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, chin to the chest, rolling forward, lift the arms up, small flutter kicks with the legs. So it's just harder when you have the upper body up. It brings the upper abdominals into it as well. Good. The lower the kicks are, the harder it is as well. Just make sure the spine's imprinted. 3, 2, and 1. Rest the feet down. And then next up, straighten legs up, chin to the chest, slide legs to the right and to the left. Right, left, Good. If you want to make this easier, again, just resting back. Otherwise, lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Put the weights to the side. Next up, we're going to bring the right leg into tabletop. Lift the hips up, straighten the right leg up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift for 2, 3. Squeeze the left glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Keep the hips up. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left. Lower and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Bend the left leg. Last one here. Legs in the tabletop, hands behind the head, chin to the chest, rolling forward, elbows and knees in together, knees and elbows apart. In together and apart. Good. Together, apart. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Then we're going to come onto our stomachs. So do bring the weights down by your side if you want to make it harder. Otherwise, don't use any weights. So forehead resting on your hands, just to start. So pressing the hips down into the mat, lift both legs up and lower. Lift and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Both legs up, bring them apart together, apart together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Then we're going to lift up the left leg only, and then the right leg only. Good. Left, right. Keep pushing the hips into the mat. Left, right. Alternating each side. Left, right, left, right. Keep the left leg up. Small pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bending both knees. Bring the knees apart, feet together. Push the hips into the mat. Lift the legs up and lower. Lifting up and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. See how high you can get the legs up. 9 and 10. Perfect. Bring the arms down by your side. Grabbing weights if you'd like. And bringing the arms close to your body. Squeeze the legs together. Tuck the chin in. Lift the upper body up. Twist the thumbs back. Pinch your shoulders together. And lower back down. Lifting up, twist and pinch. And lower. This is really good for your back muscles. So your postural muscles that help to bring your shoulders back when you're sitting. Lifting up, twist and pinch. And lower. Good. Lift, twist and pinch. And lower. 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Now we're going to bring the arms into a Y position. So you can use weights if you'd like for this. I'm not going to. It's actually very difficult. You'd be surprised. But if you have something a bit lighter that's half a kg, like a tin of beans or something, that might be manageable. But you can just try it with no weights to start out. So arms are in a Y position just above your head, so out to a slight angle. Tuck the chin in, lift the arms up, pinch your shoulder blades together, and lower back down. So thumbs, I know you might not be able to see my hands, but my thumbs are just pointing up like this. So lifting up, squeeze the shoulders, and lower. That's 2. Lift up, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Perfect. And then we're going to bring the hands just under the shoulders, lifting up into a cobra. So either a mini cobra or full. So remember, our mini cobras are just down like this, and our full cobras are up. So you want your hips, so see how my hips are lifted there? You want them to stay in contact with the mat. So for me to do that, I just need to bend my elbows a little bit. And then lower down, we'll just do one more. Good, so everyone's different. You might be able to go all the way up, or you might only be able to come here. It just depends on your spinal mobility. Perfect, and then we'll come onto our backs. So starting off, just pulling the right knee to your chest. Holding it in nice and tight. Right arm out to the side, and then just twisting across into a spinal twist. Back to the center, left knee into the chest. And then left arm out to the side, bring that right knee across. Back to the center, right ankle over the left knee. Grab behind the left thigh. Good. Shoulders relaxed. And then switching over, left ankle over the right. Grab behind the right thigh. Left foot down on the mat, straightening up that right leg. And then chin to the chest, rolling forward, bending and straightening that ankle, just stretching out the nerve. And then resting your head back, grab behind the left leg, straighten that leg up to get the hamstring. Try to get your knee as straight as you can. And then foot's just relaxed, so just kind of point the foot away from you. And then chin to the chest, rolling forward, bending and straightening the ankle. Good, and then we'll come to the center and then grab your two light weights. We're just gonna do a few exercises for the upper body here, mainly just for the shoulders and rotator cuff. So what we're gonna do is just, if you want, you can do these standing up. It might be a little bit easier. I'm just gonna do them sitting here so you can see me. So we're just gonna start off with the shoulders pinched back. So shoulders pinched back, arms up, and then lower back down. So straight up in front and lower. So the trick is with this, you really wanna keep your shoulders pinched the whole time. So don't let the shoulders round forward. So imagine you're squeezing a pencil just between your two shoulder blades. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, and then out to the side. So shoulders pinched, out to the side, and lower. So straight out to the side. Good. It's a little bit easier to keep your shoulders pinched just with this one. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Next one, we're gonna bring the thumbs down, arms at a slight angle. So this one's gonna get a smaller muscle in your rotator cuff called your supraspinatus. So you're gonna go straight up at an angle and then lower back down. This is called empty can. So it's almost as if you're just like pouring 2 cans out. Good. So that's how it got the name. Good, arms at a straight angle out to the side. Perfect. Hopefully the arms are starting to get a little bit tired. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms up to 90 degrees and elbows bent to 90, and we're going to lower them down towards the mat and lift back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Try to keep your elbows up. Don't let them drop. This is usually the hardest one. If this one's painful, just put the weights down and try it with no weights. 2 more, and we're going to just finish off with a shoulder press. So straight up and lower. Arms straight up overhead and lower. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. So hopefully you're feeling that in the arms after all of those exercises. So that's everything. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice day.